Hello everyone, Maurice here. Today bringing you another meta report for Axie Infinity Origins. Now it's already season 10 and it's the early rare era. So okay, yeah, sorry for the lack of updates recently, at least for the video content, but do check out my blog post, which will still try to keep updated at least like during the seasons. Okay, anyway, so let's just get into the report for this season. So let's just get into the player base statistics first. And the good news is that there are actually quite a lot more players compared to last season, at least like the same time wise. So 77,000 players already compared to I think it's about 60 something thousand. So it's definitely like about a 20% increase. Yeah, so but of course the main thing is that most of the new players are actually like at egg or chick like that level. So in terms of actual, players that actually climb, then I think it's actually pretty similar as before. Okay, so let's just get into the archetype usage. So yeah, I mean feather poison. I mean those are always like the most popular. I would say our first thing is to ignore the first part just because the top one, only I think three matches were played at that point. So effectively, you should look at like the second bar from the top, which is basically the challenger, and it's actually quite nice. You do see different type of archetypes. Of course, turnip, still quite strong actually, but now there's a bit more counterplay and we can dispel it. So in that sense, it's like more, like yeah, it's more doable in terms of playing against it. So yeah, you see Feather, Fury aggro, triple R as well. You do see some, and then like bubble aggro as well. Yeah, there's quite a bit of like bubble stuff going on. Of course, there are some that are different, multiple archetype. Right? Actually, I've seen things like topaz with like turnip or things like that. Triple nuts as well. So that's basically Glorious main. But then the rest not as many. So anemone, poison, kind of getting up there. Yeah, but to be honest, Jinx, Sponge, like those are also kind of coming up. Topaz as well. Yeah, so pretty diverse meta. That's basically the gist of it. Okay, so in terms of win rate, so yeah, you can see Anemone actually is probably doing quite well. Strangely enough, not sure why. Maybe it's small sample size, but yeah, doing quite well at the top. Turnip as well, Feather, Triple R. Those are actually the good ones so far. But actually, uh, one thing I should note is that the data is from day 3 and to 5, meaning actually the meta can shift pretty quickly. And maybe by now the things has already changed, so who knows? But at least like that's the data. Well, when I got it from day 3 to day 5. Okay, so poison not doing too well. That's why like you don't really see like much in challenger at that point. But of course, a day or two has passed since then, so then there'll probably be some that are at challenger at this point. Um, Okay, so yeah, Fury aggro, triple nuts, bubble aggro are also kind of up there. Yeah, actually, yeah, Jinx, sustain, those are also quite viable, but the rest not so much, especially yeah, spikes. Yeah, unfortunately, just yeah, too dependent on opponents' uh, strategy, I would say. Okay, anyway, yeah, actually, Leafy, yeah, maybe, yeah, just maybe. Okay, all right, let's look into the matchup. So, the good part about the archetype matchups, right, is that, it's actually pretty nice in the sense that there's no like straight, well, when I say straight, I mean like horizontal row, which is just literally all green, meaning like one archetype just like win everything. So we don't have that at least. So there are definitely counterplay for each of the archetype, which is good, right? So meaning different archetypes are weak against others. So that's that dynamic. Having said that, there's still some pretty polarizing matchups. For example, spikes against turnip is just tough, right? Because turnip doesn't even hit you. Spikes, just require opponents to hit you to actually get the most value. So yeah, that's why Spike's not the best. Yeah, but there are some more polarizing matchup which is still not ideal, but otherwise, actually, I would say overall pretty good meta. Okay, yeah, I think that's basically all I want to say for this report so far. We'll try to see if I can keep up every week, but who knows? Yeah. Okay, so do leave a comment if you want to see more of this, and okay, hopefully I'll see you again next week.